I did a post on the late Wajir West Member of Parliament and Kenya's shortest serving cabinet minister, Ahmed Khalif Mohammed, and the post did extremely well, exceeding my expectations. The reactions were overwhelmingly positive, with those commenting on the post describing him as a caring leader who genuinely and deeply loved the people that he represented. There are, of course, a lot of details that I left out of that article, and that is because the details were not readily available to me. Luckily enough, a relative of the late legislator and cabinet minister reached out and offered to furnish me with details about Ahmed Khalif Mohammed and his life. So he was born in 1950 in Wajir. He attended the Wajir Government School for his primary education. Later on, he joined Wajir Secondary and Nairobi High to pursue his secondary education before joining the University of Nairobi, where he pursued his journalism course. Upon graduation, he worked briefly as an information officer and later on joined the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC, as a journalist. It is while dispensing his journalistic duties that he was approached by the Degodia clan elders to step in or to take the place of his brother who had been expelled by the Kenya African National Union. That was in 1979, and he was only 29 when he became the Wajir West Member of Parliament. He was re-elected in 1983 and continued to serve the people of Wajir West. In 1984, there was the Wagala massacre that saw members of the Degodia clan rounded up and taken to the Wajir airstrip, where they were starved and massacred in what came to be known as the Wagala massacre. Despite being a Kenya African National Union legislator, Ahmed Khalif staged a protest and gave a speech on the floor of parliament criticizing the government for massacring his people. He said that 1,000 people had died of starvation at the Wajir airstrip where the Degodia clan members were being held. This transformed him in the eyes of his clan, members of his clan, as a hero. Later on, he cemented his credential as not just as a Degodia clan hero, but also as a Somali hero when he protested against a requirement that, or a government order that required Somalis to carry a special identification card known as the red card that was apparently supposed to differentiate them from the Somalis of Somalia and the Somalis of Ethiopia. Khalif saw this as discriminatory and unconstitutional and took the government to court. He hired the former and late Supreme Court Judge Mohammed Ibrahim as his lawyer to represent him in court. He won that case, further cementing his credentials as a Somali hero. As the 1992 elections approached, there was a clamor for multipartyism, and he joined the ranks of the opposition to push for multipartyism or multi-party democracy in Kenya. Moi panicked and approached the Degodia leaders, asking them to plead with Khalif not to leave the opposition, not to leave the ruling party, not to join the opposition. And the leaders prevailed on Khalif, and he contested the elections on a Kenya African National Union ticket. Remember, it is in 1992 that Section 2A of the Constitution was repealed, opening the door for multi-party democracy in the country. So he successfully defended his seat on a Kano ticket. In 1997, his streak of winning elections came to an end after losing to the then Safina candidate, and who is currently the eldest member of parliament, Adan Welie Keinan. He went undercover and later joined the National Rainbow Coalition and was able to defend, or rather to reclaim, his seat from Adan Keinan. As a token of appreciation, the then President Mwai Kibaki rewarded him with a ministerial position. He gave him the Labor and Manpower Development docket. It is only 20 days after he had been sworn in as the Labor and Manpower Development Minister that he lost his life in a tragic plane crash as he was coming from Busia after attending a homecoming ceremony for the former Kenyan Vice President Modi Awori. So that is the story of the late Wajir West Member of Parliament and Cabinet Minister Ahmed Khalif Mohammed.